Good day, friends. This is Mohammed. I'm the founder of M Coach and also the chief facilitator with Holistic Product Thinking, a cohort based course. In the next 10 minutes, I want to talk about this one topic that's very important for early stage entrepreneurs. When we look at creating new products or undertaking any creative endeavors, the most important thing is whether that endeavor gives us happiness or not. If you are a pure bred creator, that's the only thing that we are looking at. A Picasso or any famous creator for that matter, they do it for their internal happiness. They want this to give them the utmost satisfaction, the creative went to say. But when it comes to creators of modern age, we are not creating it purely for venting our creative thing. We are not there for as a spiritual healing. We are not there uh, to attain happiness through our work. We are more to balance this creative urge with the urge to make progress in our lives. So our creative effort, whether it is product building or teaching as a creator, is not only for that internal satisfaction and internal healing. It's more for to use that as a means to make money. So in this particular situation, when we are going to make money, that means other people have to buy it. Without other people buying it, there is no way we can make money. So it is as much a creation for ourselves as much it is for others. So the others have to resonate with our creation. That's where a lot of the challenge is, and that's where this concept of customer pain comes in. The customer pain, normally when you create a product, when any creator takes up an initiative, they try to solve for their own pain. You know what is a pain? Pain is purely an emotion, a feeling. When we talk about customer pain, if I have to talk about an emotion, are we talking about anger? Are we talking about associated with anger, irritation? Associated with irritation, the ability to be frustrated. Or are we talking about this emotion of sadness? Associated with sadness is guilt. Associated with sadness is shamefulness. The point I am trying to bring to your attention is when we look at purely from an emotional point of view, we will not be able to understand much where this pain is coming from. Because at the end of the day, if we have to resonate with other people, we have to figure out where the pain is emerging from. And that pain, let's say for example, you experience a pain. Do you live with that pain throughout the day? Throughout the week, throughout the month? No. You experience bouts of pain. Meaning to say you experience pain at some point in a day and then you completely forget it, and you experience in another point in the day and you forget it. And you might experience this based on something that is happening to remind you of that particular pain. So that is why it is important for us to understand the triggers causing the pain. So if you have to understand pain, you have to understand the triggers causing the pain. Why are those triggers happening? Why are those triggers happening to you? Why not to some other person? The triggers are happening to you because you experienced something a while ago. That means associated with this trigger is this concept of having an experience. Now, if it is a very good experience, it's a memorable trigger. If it's a very bad experience, that's a painful trigger. I hope you understand where we are going, right? So we have this trigger and then we have this experience. Now, Why did I get into that experience in the first place? I got into the experience in the first place because I was trying to fulfill an objective. What is that objective? The objective is to make progress in life. Okay, what did that come down to? I tried to optimize for my time. I tried to optimize for my security. I tried to optimize for my productivity. And because when I try to optimize, I have this objective and something is blocking me from achieving that. Right? I had this objective, I am doing something, I am exhibiting a certain behavior, and I am not able to do the behavior in the way that I would love to do it. So when we look at a painful situation of the customer, we spoke about the trigger, we spoke about the experiences, we spoke about the objectives, we spoke about the behavior. Now, when we bring all of this together, we are talking about the motivation of the individual. So, what is the motivation? So, that motivation is also causing this trouble. My motivation is to be happy. My motivation is to get high. My motivation is to, to achieve satisfaction. My motivation is there. There is a lot of motivation that is pushing me to do something, and I am not able to do it. So there are 5 elements that we spoke about so far, and each of those elements contribute to a pain, the emotion, the end result. I hope you get the drift. Now, customer pain is this emotion, and there is a crisis situation associated with it, which is causing us a lot of trouble. And when that trouble repeats itself frequently, then it becomes a pain, which becomes a part and parcel of life, which becomes a thorn in our life, it becomes a thorn in our everyday routine. It becomes the thorn in our ability to make an optimal progress, and that thorn is actually creating an immeasurable suffering. Now, so this is what customer pain is all about. I think when we look at customer pain, a lot of information and intelligence that is available is mostly driven by this idea called context. Okay, and then there is idea about creating jobs to be done statements. They are all helpful, but unless you understand what forms the pain and what is the situation, what is the crisis situation that leads to the pain, you will not be able to understand the context in entirety. Because context is not only situation, there are many more things to context, which we will keep talking about in the upcoming sessions. For now, customer pain has a lot to do with crisis situations, and those crisis situations is causing innumerous or unfathomable suffering. And that suffering is because we are remembered of something of which we had frequent bad experience, and then when we are trying to achieve an objective, demonstrate a behavior and associated with it our internal motivation. These are 5 things that I want to leave with you today. So I hope it is something useful for you to think about. There is a lot more things we will speak about as we proceed in the next sessions. Thank you so much for your time.